Alright, let's figure this out. Oh my god. How do I flip my camera? I don't know. How do I flip my camera? This is kind of sad. No.
Hi.
What is this?
Oh, my name.
Oh, are these the table things?
Yeah, I don't know if we need to do it. Hi. My seaweed. Okay. Is there... I just want to flip the camera. How do I flip the camera? Where's Gustavo? Ashita, can you call him Gustavo? I'm trying to do the live stream and I don't know how to flip the camera. Can you figure it out? I tried so hard. It's really sad. I just want it to be the other way.
Do you have a camera the other way?
No, this is this, and so this is the only thing I can edit. I can't like customize it.
Oh, because it's
Yeah.
mirrored.
So I don't know how to unmirror it. If you want to take a look.
I really don't know if
Okay.
that would be a possibility.
That's so sad because Zoom was able to.
Have you tried to look into it on Google? Like,
No.
I would say because it would be better than me, honestly, as a
YouTube,
resource.
How to flip.
I've
live.
never did a live before in my life.
I don't have the app.
Good too.
And he has a presentation. It would have worked last week. Thank you. Hi, Queen. It wouldn't let me finish checking people in. Like, it took so long to load. It's all good.
That's really good.
Oh, it says the video is streaming normally? That'd be kind of great.
Feels like it's burning.
What?
My ear.
Oh no.
Feels like it's burning.
From the bee. Sad.
I don't know what to do. I guess
Sorry.
maybe I need
Thank you.
ice.
Can you help me with this?
Do you know how to get, like, what to do if you get stung by a bee?
Why are you hitting me with these questions today?
You gotta know everything, Gustavo.
Yeah, like you expect. You gotta know everything. Oh, that's funny. No, I don't. Are you asking like as a rhetoric question and you know
No,
the
I'm
answer?
asking because I think I got stung by a bee.
I mean, if you're not allergic, you should be fine. If you're
Well, like,
allergic,
what
we
if-
probably will find out like super fast
Well, no,
and
I'm
take you to the
definitely not
hospital.
It's normal.
allergic,
Oh, this
just
is
it happened
beautiful.
yesterday,
Okay.
and my ear's like super itchy.
Oh, it was on your ear specifically?
That's good, right?
But there's no bone, so I don't know. Maybe something.
Oh, people are so
Yeah, right. It's actually early.
2 more minutes. I'm gonna give the key to you. I asked Ashley, like, once you finish cleaning up, to give the key to you because we're gonna need it tomorrow. You're gonna be there at 8. So whatever the setup was.
Hasn't he said anything to you lately? But it's not okay. Did you realize the Leeds meeting today when I mentioned the Formula 1? It was just a comment.
This is live stream.
It's okay, we are transparent.
Nothing but
Like, she
honesty
wants
and
to come in
aiming.
here, but she's
What do you mean nothing is?
You know what?
Yeah, but this
Okay.
is my first time here, so
You can sit anywhere and then you can just scan the QR code on whatever table and check in the meeting. But we'll go through everything and all the communities.
Oh, there's no one here today. Oh, okay. He is recording.
I'm sorry. I almost hit you from there.
I almost hit your chair.
Who's trash? I don't know who's played that.
So excited about that. Do we have someone?
No.
Oh, hello. Nice to meet you.
Ryan Phillips, how are you? Hello, everybody. Hello. Nice and cool out today.
Okay. So we just have a short introduction before we talk a little bit about what we are. I know everyone's at 21, so I really couldn't break, promos for gambling and stuff like that, right? It's okay.
Hi, how are you, Ryan? Pleasure.
I'm just letting you know this.
Where's it going?
Oh, wonderful. Perfect. So when I catch me doing my stuttering and my ahs and my ohs. All right, so I have
Is this your first time?
So I have an unit drive where I have my life.
No, I'm the director of membership.
Oh, you have an unit version? Yeah. Can I have it on zip drive?
What's your name? I'm Brianna.
Yeah.
It's really hot outside. I know. I think it's gonna rain. It hasn't rained yet today, so.
I got sunglasses on. Wow.
What time is it? What time is it?
4:46.
4:46.
Hi guys, here's sunglasses. I'm gonna put 3 more.
Yeah, so whenever you join, like whether it's fall or spring, your membership is for the entire year. So it'll be it can be covered by a sponsorship, and every semester we offer sponsorships. So is the deadline passed? No, it's September 20th. So you know how we can apply? Yeah, I have all the information. It might be on a slide, but I'll just give it to you. Okay. Yeah, I tried. I was looking at it. Yeah, it should be on our Instagram. But pretty much you just have to write a 1-page essay, no more than 1 page. I just need the link.
You want to do Sarah?
Yeah. So one
Oh, she went together? Okay.
we all say.
The restaurant
This is the
Okay, sir?
Okay, Spectre. Oh, they're giving all this one more.
And then the link to submit the Google form is in the tree. Oh, okay. It's a Google form.
Oh, yes.
But we submit the
I
essay
should.
to this email.
Can you ask if everyone has sunglasses?
Did everyone get sunglasses? Nice.
Everyone gets it. Yeah, depending on what the essay is.
Oh, hi, Jace.
T-shirt. If you have the if you can write podcast. Oh, wait. Yeah. It's an interesting question. Yeah. So who makes these? Membership team made the question. That sounds really sad. Are these glasses?
Do you like it?
Like gray. I think pictures are.
Don't tell them.
Oh, yeah.
Isn't it this one here?
Yes. We're not doing this one.
And it's only table time.
I mean, I think you should kick it off and do everything I was told to. So. Just make sure to get the speaker. I started this video already. I have to check. Where's the? Oh, she's there.
Oh yeah, for sure. Yeah. Yeah, I joined AU last year. It's kind of like this. So yeah. But we've had a lot of new people come here.
Okay, all right.
Hey everyone.
Don't forget to grab food. We have food in the corner over there, popcorn chicken, grapes, and something else, popcorn.
Hey all, so we're starting. Please make sure to scan the QR codes and check in through Boost Connect. That's really important to us all. So if you didn't do it yet, please do it. I do have a quick question. Who here was at marketing orientation and found about us there? If you could raise your hand. Oh, that's a good amount. Okay. I did a speech there. I hope it was me who convinced you to come. I'm just kidding. I know it was the alumni. So I'm Gustavo. I'm one of your co-presidents here at the American Marketing Association at University of South Florida.
I'm Vinny, I'm your other co-president.
So welcome.
Yeah. So what's going to happen today? So we're going to have our GBM, and then we're going to have a speaker, Brian Phillips, talk to us. So USF is now ranked top 15 out of 321 AMA collegiate chapters. It's a huge, fun facts, we also have the best AMA website in the nation. We raised $22,000 through Scramble. We've given 62 scholarships, and we have 30 internship opportunities posted. So we want to recognize some AMA amazing people of August. So our member of the month of August this month is Kim.
Kim, stand up and wave.
We have a prize for you.
If you want to come up here.
Are
you sure that's not mine, Boyle? Just kidding. Mine is on the other side.
You can stay here. We'll take a photo. Okay, yeah.
Okay, so calling also the board member of the month.
Maybe after,
Michael. Come here, man. Michael is our assistant director of communications. So if you're interested in the marketing committee, go talk to him and we'll find something really cool for you all to do.
And then the committee of the month is membership.
Stand up, guys. Yeah, let's take a group photo. We all know each other.
I can take it. Okay. Okay. Wait, careful. 3, 2, 1. Yay! Okay.
Committees.
So AMA functions like a business, and we have so many committees that are available for you to join if you are interested in different things in marketing and finance and fundraising. So we're gonna have them
Yes. So
give their pitches.
perfect. So for the marketing committee, if Marcelo can stand up and tell us really quickly what it is about and why people should join.
My name is Marcelo. I'm not the vice president of marketing. That's Guy, but he's not here today because but I'm giving you guys the pitch. So we're the marketing committee. We do a little bit of everything. We do digital marketing, our social media. We do Instagram, we do Facebook, we do LinkedIn. We're getting TikTok a lot more. We do email marketing. Our board member of the month, we're very proud of Michael. He's the assistant director of communications. He works with email marketing that we do both. We do marketing for all events. So if you're interested in joining us and tell you more about digital marketing, we'll be in touch with us.
Nice. And we have considerable or consulting agency with Ashita. Where is Ashita? Right here.
Hi, my name is Ashita. I'm the director of Consultable. So Consultable is the committee for experiential development. So we have 3 parts. The first is the agency. So this semester we'll be working with a nonprofit client, and it's structured like a normal marketing agency, and you can apply all the content you learn in class. The second part is a shadowing program. So students will be paired with a professional in the field that they're interested in, and they can shadow them for the day. And that's really nice for internships and jobs and networking if you're looking for that. And then the third part is that we're having a podcast that we're just starting. So if you're into editing and I guess podcasting, come talk to me. And we're having a meeting tomorrow at 5 p.m. in the library. So you can come.
We have case study with Steve.
Basically focus on a specific case study that will be sponsored by an national organization. We work with Amazon Prime Student, companies like Nintendo, Water, things like that. So it's a great opportunity to get hands-on experience and enhance your market research skills, market analysis skills. And we'll have meetings after the GBM. And so if you're interested in that,
And social impact with Juliana.
Hi everyone, I'm the director of social impact. So basically what we do is we're responsible for planning and organizing all of the fundraising and volunteering events that you're going to be seeing throughout the semester. So, and we have a lot of cool stuff planned. So if you want to participate in the events, you should definitely participate. But if you want to help plan and organize, then you should definitely join our committee, and you can just talk to me after this event.
Awesome. And membership with Brianna.
Hi, I'm Brianna. I'm the director of membership. We pretty much focus on recruiting and training members, and we also record on the recruitment videos. So if you're into video editing or video, just let me know. So, yeah.
We're having events with Kayla. Kayla's back there. Hey, Kayla.
So I'm Kayla. I'm responsible for the events committee. Basically, what we do is we're responsible for all the social events that we have throughout the semester. We're also in charge of planning marketing week, which is a week dedicated to marketing activities. We're planning a workshop for that, a panel, and we're also planning on competition. And we're also responsible for our end of the year banquet. So if you have any interest in event planning or event marketing, or just have any ideas for any fun socials you'd like to see, just come see me afterwards.
Awesome. So we don't have Laura or Paige here, but you see AMA does a lot of fun stuff and we need funds for that. So if you're interested in fundraising initiatives, we're developing top tier sponsorship packages all the time. We're starting our own e-commerce initiative. So if those are things that interested you, you should definitely join the fundraising and finance committees where we generate this cash inflows and outflows of money and control them. So if you're more of a business development or analytics type of person, you should definitely join these committees. And finally, we have DEI with Teju.
Hi guys, I'm Teju. I'm one of the vice presidents for this chapter as well. And DEI stands for Diversity, Equity, and Inclusion. So I just work to get those initiatives into our chapter. So if you have a passion for that, I'm conducting an internal audit this semester. So if you're interested in that, just let me know. Come to me after GBN.
forward, we also have the regional conference committee with Derek, our newest committee.
Hey everybody, like I said, my name is Derek. I'm the regional conference director. So what the regional conference is something unique that we only provide a host every 2 years. So obviously last time we did it was 2020, it was COVID, it was very virtual. So this year we really want to go all out. We'll be back in person, hoping to host over 100 people here in the VSN on November 12th. So essentially if you're interested in event planning, logistics, marketing, promotion, if you're interested in anything, you can help out with this.
No excuse.
Like I said, it's very well rounded. There's opportunities for anyone. So if you're interested in learning more about it, come see me at the studio.
Awesome. And then the rest of the team, Gustavo, Vinny, we have Tasia, our EVP, Haneen right here, our other EVP, our secretary Ashley, our treasurer Janice, and our product director Giovanna.
And we also have our amazing faculty advisor, Dr. Lauren, which is right there.
Mark your calendar. So Friday, September 16th, we're gonna have a Humane Society volunteering event. Giovanna's gonna talk more about that. We also have a sponsorship application deadline. We're gonna also talk more about that, but that's September 20th. We have the mentorship program launch. We have a video about that, but it's September 29th. Marketing week, mark your calendars. It's October 3rd to the 7th. And finally, the regional conference, the big event, November 11th to the 12th. All right, Saturday. Next slide. Humane Society. So Giovanna, if you want to come up and talk to us about the Humane Society.
I'll just So, Humane Society is an animal shelter here in Tampa. It's about 25 minutes from here. And we're having a volunteer event with them on September 16th. It is a Friday, yes. But it's going to be super fun. It involves puppies and kids. So, you should definitely come. And you can sign up for the QR code over there. The only thing is you have to stay through the entire shift. Mid-shift. So, if you're interested in that, you should definitely. And you also get membership points for going to the events. So definitely a fun opportunity.
And we do have open positions. So if you like what you see and you think you're a good fit for the board, please apply. These all positions, they close tomorrow. So we do have some very exciting positions for the fundraising committee to work with sponsorships, e-commerce, and also for our pod dev team if you are interested in developing the workshops and getting those skills for yourself while you're also teaching others and connecting to speakers. We have 6 positions currently open. 1 is not here, but if you scan the QR code or go to our link tree on Instagram, please apply. I applied for an eBoard position on my first meeting, so if it is your first meeting, you're definitely encouraged to also do that because it works. So make sure to do it. We close this tomorrow at 11:49 p.m. So join the team. It's a good place to be.
Membership. So the membership price is $45. That's for an entire year. So the moment you sign up, it's an entire year from there. It's about $3.75 per month. So all you have to do is scan this QR code and fill out the new member form. You can pay using Cash App, PayPal, Cash, or check. Also, the first 3 meetings are free for everyone. So whose first meeting is this? Is that? Oh wow, a lot of people. Yeah. So it is free. So don't worry about paying yet. But if you like what you see and you want to get involved, scan this QR code or contact Brianna, our Director of Membership, Sydney, Chris, or Tasia, with any other questions. Slide.
The video. We skipped it. Julie McNeil.
No, that's going up.
Oh, okay.
Sponsorships. So if the $45 is too much, it's too expensive, you can apply for an AMA sponsorship. So the question, the essay prompt is, if you could run a podcast, what would it be about and who would your special guest be? It's a 1-page maximum, it's not too long. Email it to ama.usf.membership, and the deadline is September 20th. You must be able to attend the meeting in September 27th. And these essays go out to business leaders in the Tampa area. So this is a really good way to connect and network because they're going to read your essay and they're going to select you. And they're going to present that to you on September 27th. So it's a really good way to network with the Tampa business leadership. Free personality assessment. Stuff we're going through.
All right, so first off, I also wanted to say for the sponsorships is that we have a lot of them coming in, right? And that was the slide that Vinny just talked about. I think, do you know the number by chance, Tasia, of how many sponsorships we have?
This semester?
Yeah.
It's at least 20.
At least 20, all right? So don't be shy. If you have an interest in getting involved and being a part of AMA, please apply, okay? Because we want to give out those 20 different sponsorships, okay? As far as this, the personality assessment, this is not a qualification to become a member of AMA, okay? So I know I talked a little bit about this in the last meeting, but there's a lot of new people. So has anybody ever done a personality assessment before? All right, awesome. Has anybody ever done more than one before? All right, did it change a little bit?
Yes.
Right? So personality assessments actually can change just over time, right? Depending upon what you're going through, what chapter you're in, things like that. And the value of a personality assessment is that you understand kind of, what are some of your strengths, what are some of your weaknesses, how to work with other people who maybe have different strengths and weaknesses than you are. Because no matter what, right, you got to work in teams, you got to work with people that you maybe like, maybe you don't like, right? And so this is kind of the first step in understanding that. So this is a free personality assessment by Omnia Group, which Omnia Group is based in Tampa. I don't know how much they charge for this, but I'm guessing it's quite a bit. And so I actually took it last week just to kind of see how long it was. It legit took me like 6 minutes. It really was not difficult. It's like 4 different tabs, and you put in like, this is how I think people think of me. This is what my job requires. It was super simple. And then they emailed me the assessment. Okay. So you can do all of that as just the first step to be done with it if you want. But if you want to understand the assessment a little bit more, on the 10th, Friday, September 9th at 10:30, there is a virtual breakdown of the assessment that you can participate in. By the way, this is all for free, and understand the assessment. All right.
Awesome.
All right.
So yeah, this is the kind of thing you find here at AMA for free. So a lot of opportunities coming from all the sides. So make sure to get them all. And finally, so stay updated. Please follow our Instagram, USF AMA, or our Facebook and LinkedIn pages, AMA at University of South Florida. Our website, as I said, the best in the country. We did won a competition, really good. Cheers to the marketing committee. And our text at AMA USF to A1010. And before we get to our amazing speaker of the day, we do have a quick video to show you about our mentorship program that's coming up. So just to get you all excited and engaged.
Good afternoon, AMA members. Next Tuesday, I will join you in person and conduct a mentoring workshop. I hope you will all join me. As you are aware, we're in the process of training both mentors and mentees to participate in mentorship as a community with the intention of bringing a new level of professional development, both among the mentees who receive it and among the mentors who stretch themselves. You're probably also aware of several key events scheduled over the next academic year, and that the mentors have been encouraged to participate in these events as benchmarks of their connection and investment in you all as mentees. The mentorship program is predicated on the core values of the MUMA College of Business. Why now? Well, the chapter has been developing, and we have terrific leaders in place to catapult the team forward. Mentorship is a great vehicle for moving the members forward individually, and the timing is right to introduce this new opportunity for professional development through relational investment. So why me? Well, I have experienced mentorship throughout my career and benefited from the experiences both now as a mentor and as a mentee. I learned from excellent leaders and sponsors who encouraged my development, investing their time and talents and applauding my successes, whether I followed in their footsteps or even outpaced them in my own academic or professional journey. They shared their resources, their networks, and their experiences so I could learn from and build on structures that they already had established instead of having to reinvent platforms and pathways that they had already navigated. I am a better person for their investment and am compelled to pass this on, not only through mentoring, but also through facilitating mentorship among others in my community, in my neighborhood, in my professional organization, as well as in my profession. To pull others along like you and eventually push you ahead of myself. The training you receive will prepare you to match expectations with those of the mentors and set you on a course for a unique developmental journey over the coming academic year. Please join me next Tuesday for our mentee workshop. Thank you.
So next week we're launching the mentorship program, which is the first time we're doing here at our chapter, and you have the chance to be connected to this one-on-one relationship with like top executives that we've been connecting to, and they're ready to give you all and explain how they got where they are and to help you with anything we need. So it's a pretty personal program we have developed, and I hope you all come back next week for us to kick it off with Dr. McNeil. Do you want to add something?
Just real quick, if you go to our website, AMA USF, and you go to, I think it's Get Connected, there is actually a tab that lists all the mentors who are volunteering. And I believe that we have, how many? 7? So we have almost 30 different people in the community that range from people who have just graduated, who are in the graduate program, to CEOs of companies. And all of them know exactly, that you guys have an interest in being mentees. And so they actually even went for a training program for an hour last week to understand kind of expectations and things like that. So kind of the next step is you guys all understanding expectations and get excited about this opportunity. So that's what's going to happen next week, is that Julie live is going to be discussing the mentee program of things, and then you guys will actually fill out a form and choose who your top 3 mentor choices are. Okay, so you can go to the website if you want and go check that out to kind of be ahead and look at it, and then we'll release the form next week. Okay?
Awesome.
Yeah.
So, which you want to? So you want to come up and present the speaker?
Yeah. Well, I know you gotta present it. I'm nervous enough.
So today we're having Ryan, and what we're talking to us is the Vice President of Player Development for Hard Rock. So please welcome.
Thank God for airbrushing, right? It makes me look really good. Before we get into what Vice President of Player Development is, I think it's important that I tell you where I began. So if you don't mind, I'll bore you for about 10 or 15 minutes with that. Is that okay with you guys?
Yeah.
Yes? Is that okay with you guys?
Yeah.
I was a little hungover, Beer Can Island this weekend. I get it. Labor Day. It's all good. All right. So I'm originally from New York, born and raised in anybody from New York here? All right. One. We got one. Thank God. One in the back. Thank God. So originally born and raised in New York, like I said, come from a blue-collar family. Father was married and divorced 3 times. Divorced my mother when I was 3 years old, but that's a whole other discussion on the other side of campus next week. So we'll get into that next week. So I've been working since I can remember, junior high and even a little bit younger than that. My first job in the deli, I was mopping floors and washing dishes, a few hours every day after school, and worked my way up into delivering pizza, making pizza, working into restaurants, learning how to bus tables, how to wait tables, and how to become a server, and then work my way up into management. Again, I knew nothing about casinos. I knew nothing about marketing. I even started my own little business. I would shovel your driveway in the winter. I would vacuum your pool in the summertime. And this was before, social media or Instagram or LinkedIn, and you actually had to put an ad in a book called the Yellow Pages. Does anyone know what the Yellow Pages is?
Yeah.
One person. Very good. Okay. So, or the penny saver. Has anybody heard of the penny saver? Yeah. Okay. So this is how we used to advertise back in the day. Or believe it or not, you would actually knock on someone's door and say, "Hey, I see you have snow in your driveway. Can I shovel your driveway for you?" And they would say, "Yeah, sure. Get the hell off my property." And the same thing would happen with pools. I would knock on people's door. "Hey, you have a pool in the backyard. Can I, vacuum your pool for you?" And I started a little business that way, and that was great. And that would be in the summer, and then in the winter I was still working in restaurants and so forth. And I wouldn't really say I got my first field of marketing until like the late 90s. My ex-brother-in-law, now my ex-brother-in-law, was working for a firm in Greenwich, Connecticut called Clarion Marketing. And basically, they were more of a print firm, advertising firm, and they decided to start mobile marketing. How many guerrilla marketing? How many of you know what mobile marketing is? Nobody knows what mobile marketing is? Guerrilla marketing? No one's ever heard the term? Okay, you got a term. I said, I have no idea what guerrilla marketing is. I have no idea what mobile marketing is. I have no idea, but I got to get a real job. So let me do this. So I went to meet them and we said, okay, our first gig is going to be with Cadbury Adams. Anybody know who Cadbury Adams is? Dentine, Bubblicious, chewing gum. Got it? Wake up, guys. You guys with me? All right, good. So I said, all right, we're going to fly out to LA. We did our first event. I met the mobile marketing manager at the time. I went to the site where we all met. They strap a satchel of, 25 pounds of loosely wrapped gum of all different flavors of Dentine at the time. All right, get out there and hand it out. That's guerrilla marketing. You had no permits. You weren't even allowed to really be there, but you just had to go out there and hand it all out, and did a couple of events like that. And then I eventually worked my way up in the company to become the mobile marketing manager. And a couple of quick stories. One of the first big client we had was the History Channel, A&E Networks. So again, this is the late 90s. And this is when the History Channel was kind of just coming out and they're really building their awareness. And the first thing we did was Egypt Beyond the Pyramids. That was their big campaign at the time. So we went down to New York City. We met there in their offices. And he said, okay, how are we going to get our awareness out? How are we going to get our branding out there? And we said, this mobile marketing thing is really starting to happen. For those who don't know what mobile marketing is, every time you guys see these trucks out there that are interactive, or the food truck, for instance, that's what a mobile marketing piece would be. So we flew out to St. Louis, Missouri. Has anybody ever been to St. Louis, Missouri? Okay, a few people. You guys know the Craftsman plant out there? Huge plant where they build these huge mobile marketing trucks and so forth. And you're looking at this huge shell of this 45-foot tractor trailer. Basically, we built this interactive mobile museum. And my job was to go out there and map out where the tour was going to go throughout the year. They went to schools, convention centers, anywhere there was big stuff going on. And the two doors came down on the side of the 18-wheeler. You entered through one side and exited through the other. And I'll never forget this funny story. We're doing an event in New York City, and I see the truck coming down. I don't remember where it was. It was 20 years ago, not to age myself. But I'm like, this is one of my old crap moments. I see the truck coming. I said, realize the truck's facing the wrong way. The ramps are going to open up into the street, not into the sidewalk, right? Oh crap! What am I going to do? So I ran over, and there were some construction guys there, ladies working on the road at the time. I said, listen, round of coffee is on me. I just need to stop traffic in Manhattan so this truck can do a U-turn and face the other way, right? Pretty easy task, you would say. So I'll never forget my boss showed up at the time, and she's looking at the truck, and she's looking at the road, and looking at the truck, looking at me, and she goes, I don't want to know. But anyway, it was a very successful event. It went well, and that's what we did. And the other component of that was we had a sweepstakes for those that were over 21. They would enter the sweepstakes, and we flew in over 1,000 sweepstakes winners to Las Vegas to the Luxor Hotel. Does anybody know what the Luxor Hotel is?
Yes.
Yes, the Pyramid Hotel. Everyone have been to Vegas? How many of you want to go to Vegas? There you go. Okay. So what we did was we rented out a block of rooms, flew in these sweepstakes winners, and then we did a private concert, and we flew in the Bengals. Does anybody know who the Bengals are? Yeah, right. And what song do they sing? What song do they sing?
Sing it.
Walk Like an Egyptian, right. So that was the whole concept. They did a private concert. That was really cool. So that was a very successful campaign. Still learning marketing. Then we, you ever hear of Morningstar Farms veggie burgers? Yes, right? The Impossible Burger, you know what a veggie burger is, right?
Yes.
So that's a division of Kellogg's. So Kellogg's was one of our clients, and we had to go out there to Battle Creek, Michigan. Has anyone ever been to Battle Creek, Michigan? No, right? Well, the only, or you? Okay. So the only thing really in Battle Creek, Michigan at the time was the Kellogg's plant and the people that worked at the Kellogg's plant. That was it. So, but it was a really cool experience, and they said, how are we going to build out this new brand? They were just rolling out the veggie burgers. They were in, market at the time. I said, well, how are we going to build more awareness? We said, listen, we just did this really successful campaign for the History Channel. We like to do this. So what we created, the concept was, we created 3 mobile marketing food trucks. One went up to the Northeast, one out to the Southeast, one out to the West Coast. And my job was to staff the trucks, maintain the trucks, logistically where they were going, staffing, getting out the provisions to them, getting out the supplies to them. So that was a pretty successful tour, and that went on for about 6-8 months, and that went really well. I would say the last really cool thing is everyone knows the Cadillac Escalade, right?
Yeah.
So it was me too. So we did, when they first came out with the STS, so we went to like the Masters in Augusta, and we put the Cadillac, big tennis, any big high-end, high wealth event, we would put, these cars there. So that went really well for a couple of years. In the early 2000s, unfortunately, certain companies, or the companies we worked for, were scaling back on their marketing dollars. So what happened first was, unfortunately, was the rug kind of pulled out from us. They said, we're shutting down the mobile marketing division of the firm. Oh crap, right? Here's my oh crap moment again in my life. I said, what am I going to do? I've just been doing this for the last 3-4 years. What am I going to do now? So you're a creature of habit, right? You fall back into working in restaurants again. A buddy of mine owned a nightclub. I learned how to do champagne rooms. I started DJing a little bit. I was emceeing and so forth. And it was going well. Yeah, it's true. It's very true. It's very true. Yeah. God, dating myself here. But, it was really good. I was making some money here and there. But I started to go down a little bit of a wrong path, to be honest with you. And again, this is what my whole story is about. I'm not here to lecture you about what's right, what's wrong, but maybe along your path in your life, you can relate to the story at some point. So I started going down the wrong path a little bit. And then one day when I woke up in 2005, I was broke. I was completely broke. How did I know I was broke? My car got repossessed. The electric was off in my apartment when I came home one day. There was eviction notices on my door. Oh crap, right? Another oh crap moment for me. So I called my mother. She was living down in Florida, and believe me, like I said, I come from a blue-collar family. My mother did not really have the funds to get me so much out of it, but she had some available set aside for her, not for my nonsense. So she basically came up, got me. We got my car out of hock and drove on down to Florida, and I sat on my mother's couch. This was November 2005. I think it was like 2 weeks or 2 months after Wilma, the big hurricane that was going on here. I literally sat on my mother's couch with my head between my knees and cried for about 2 months, figuring out what am I going to do with my life. What's my next move? And I started working in some restaurants and nonsense in Florida, working some nightclubs again. I was working at the Hard Rock in Hollywood and some of their nightclubs. And I was trying to get into the Hard Rock in Hollywood. I was applying for everything from a front desk agent to an usher, anything I could possibly, get my foot in the door through. I even printed out a whole knapsack full of resumes. And I walked up and down Collins Avenue in Miami and Ocean Avenue, hit every casino, every hotel, like just trying to get into anything. And of all that, probably 50 somewhat hotels, I only had one call back. Every rest of them rejection. No. I actually got an offer from a hotel down in South Beach and said, we're going to hire you as a front desk agent for $10 an hour. $10 an hour. I would have been going into the red if I take that position. Right now, I'm trying to dig myself out of the red, right? I owe my mom money. Not my own mommy. I owe my mom money. I got bills, I got debt collectors, and so forth and so on going on. So I couldn't take that job. I was bouncing in out of a bunch of other stuff. And then until 2008, I drove by the Coconut Creek Casino. Have you ever been, any of you guys been to South Florida? Coconut Creek Casino? Coral Springs area, Boca Raton? Yeah? Okay. So at the time, and still there's no hotel there. Basically, there was a small little casino, had about 800 slot machines, maybe 500 employees, a buffet that sat about 300 people, and a little grill outside. So I walked in that place and I said, okay, I really like the energy here. This is a cool place, the lights, the music, good energy. I'm like, this is where I think I should be. I'm going to ask a few people, where can I apply? They go, oh, you got to, this again. This is before the social media, and just, scan the barcode and apply online. They said, oh, you got to go out across the dirt lot into the trailer because the casino was just about to go through an expansion. So I walk into the trailer and I pop my head in there and I said, you guys hiring? They go, oh, yeah, the jobs are listed right there. And there's a cork board literally with a piece of paper pinned to the cork board. I said, what club can I do? Buffet supervisor. I could do that. I used to run. I waited tables, I bus tables, I managed. That's a no-brainer. So after 2 months, I finally get a call. They make me an offer. They said, we're going to pay you $32,000 a year to be a buffet supervisor. $32,000 a year. I go, I'll take it, right? I had no other job. My people that I knew up in New York, they go, you're crazy. The bus boys were making more money than me. I'm coming home. I'm back to I was basically a glorified bus boy, if you will, And then we used to put on these events at Coconut Creek, and really cool. We had private concerts, wine pairing dinners, and all these special things we do with this clientele. And I would see these guys and girls all dressed up nice, entertaining clients. Who are these people? You know, I worked my way up into the restaurant business from supervisor, I was a manager now, making a little bit more money. I said, who are these guys? What do these guys and girls do? I said, oh, they're the casino hosts. They do all the casino marketing. They reach out to our high-end clientele. They maintain an existing database. They reach out and gain new business. I said, all right, I want to be one of them. I said, how do I get to one of them? Unfortunately, at the time, there was no positions available. So, you know, funny, I started applying it back at the Hard Rock before going to Hollywood, Florida. And they offered me a host position, but now it's back to my starting salary when I've already worked my way up into a manager salary. So what do? Do I take a step back to take a step forward? At the time, I said, no way. It's like right around 2012 at the time. I said, I'm going to stick this out. I'm going to get a position here. So luckily, I don't know if you guys know the history of the casino, but in 2012, we got table games. The casino in Coconut Creek went through a $150 million expansion. We built the NYY Steakhouse, which is the NYY Steakhouse in Times Square, the NYY Steakhouse in the new Hard Rock Hotel in Times Square that we also just recently built. I said, I'm going to stick it out. You know, with growth comes opportunity. So with expansion comes opportunity. So I dig myself into the right people and who I need to speak to. I really got myself into the president of the property's office. He's actually, ironically enough, he's actually the property president here in Tampa right now. So small world, never burn a bridge. You never know when you're going to have to cross that bridge, which you've all heard before. But always build strong relationships is the whole key to that. So working with him, we got the expansion done. I said, okay, Brian, we're going to make you a host. I said, fantastic. And once I got the taste of becoming a host, I said, this is what I want to do. I love this. I love being on the floor. I love being face-to-face with people. I love going to events. I love creating events, creating moments, creating memories. I go, this is what I really like to do. So I ceilinged myself out in 2015. I couldn't go any higher. I made executive host, PD executive, etc. There was nowhere else to go. I was applying at the Hard Rock. I wanted to get into there to learn the hotel side of the industry, the international side of the industry with people flying in and out. And at the time, you know, someone had to die in order for you to get a position. And a lot of you will learn this as your beautiful minds go out into the world and you get into your firms or whatever business you start. There's going to be people in front of you, and it's going to be very hard to move up in certain positions. And, you know, thank God for me, no risk, no reward. I wasn't married. I didn't have any kids at the time. So I stuck it out. And then my phone rang one day from a company called Baha Mar. You guys ever heard of Baha Mar in the Bahamas? Has any of you ever been to the Bahamas? Okay, some of you. Baha Mar was a $3.5 billion project that was put together in the Bahamas. It was going to be the competition for the Atlantis. They said, we're going to be, you know, heard what you do. You know, so this industry, as big as it is, it's pretty small. Okay. So they said, Brian, we know you're producing right now. We'd like to give you the opportunity to come and meet with us and maybe offer you a position. I said, okay. So I met them down at the Fontainebleau in Miami. Has everybody been to the Fontainebleau in Miami? This guy's got a big smile. He loves it there. Okay, cool. Met them, had our conversation. Didn't hear from them for 2 weeks. I said, guess not. All right, no big deal. What can I do? Then also my phone rings, and it's the president of a PD. He goes, hey, man, congratulations. Just want to welcome you aboard. I'm walking in and says, what are you talking about? He goes, oh, you didn't get the email? No, I get the email. Check your email again. Check your email again. So I checked my email. There it was. I got an offer letter. And that's when I got my first six-figure salary. That's when I first saw the first 6 zeros. What a feeling. Oh, my God. I had to walk outside. I nearly was in tears. Like, here I am, just 7 short years ago, I was covered in food and making barely any money. And like I said, glorified busboy to what an offer, just because I stuck it out and I did what I had to do. So from there, I said, all right, fantastic. I, respectfully resigned from Coconut Creek, and again, kept my relationship, kept in touch with all the bosses there, because you never know when you're going to have to cross back. We started doing ramp ups for the property for 10 months. We're going to open up Memorial Day. We're going to open up Labor Day. We're going to open up 4th of July weekend, booking flights, getting customers, building awareness, building events. Delayed. 10 months in, on a Monday morning, we all get an email. You are currently all relieved of your contract. We're shutting down the project effective immediately. This isn't no crap moment. This is an oh shit moment. What am I going to do now? Okay, I just built myself up over the last 7 years. I'm in the green. I'm out of debt. I'm making some money. What am I going to do? So that shut down, and then from there, thank God, there was only about a 2-month gap there. The guys that were running there went over to Hard Rock in Punta Cana, and I got a phone call. They said, Brian, would you like to come aboard to Hard Rock Punta Cana? same salary, lateral move, and so forth. I said, I would love to. God, absolutely. So that went on really, really well. And again, remember what I said, as big as this industry, it's very, very small. Going through, customs every single weekend and traveling every single weekend, for those of you who don't want to get into the being on the road and traveling and sales and marketing, it's wonderful. Don't get me wrong. But after a year, you're like, oh my God, this is a lot, right? So from there, I got another phone call from another property up north called Mohegan Sun. Have you ever heard of Mohegan Sun? Foxwoods, the largest casinos up in the Northeast. I said, okay. She said, all right, fantastic. I said, I'll come up and meet you guys. I'll see what it is. And now I went from a customer development executive. They said, we want to make you the vice president of player development. Here's what you're required to do. What's my job? I have to bring in new out-of-market business, meaning they don't live within the state of Connecticut, and the same here for Florida. I have to focus on inactive business, meaning they have not been on the property for, let's say, in excess of a year or so. I would have to create an event, special event, find out their needs, their wants, their likes. Okay, this guy likes this content, this lady likes this, a sporting event, whatever the case may be. That was my job, to pull these people in. So about a year into that, I get a phone call back from the Hard Rock. Like I said, with expansion comes opportunity. You guys know they started rebuilding the Hard Rock. Have you ever been to the Hard Rock? Not all of you? How many ever went to a pool party at the Hard Rock? Yeah, this one. How many of you have you ever stayed in a hotel room? A few of you? Legally? I hope. Okay. Have you ever dined in one of our restaurants? Awesome, right? So that expansion that went on, that took about a couple of years, and we'll get into the slides and so forth. They said, would you like to pick this opportunity? And at the time, I skipped over a few things, but that's okay. At the time, it was very, very cold. I'll never forget, I was looking out my window. It was in Uncasville, Connecticut. There wasn't a leaf on the tree. Those of you that are from up north, it's great for 4 months of the year, especially the further up north you are. So I said, all right, I'll come talk to you, as I'm packing with the other hand to get on the plane. So I came down and I met with them, and we met a number, and they said, okay, we want to make you a corporate vice president of player development. And so I said, okay, after a few negotiations going back and forth, I accepted the position. And so now I'm the corporate vice president of player development for both Hard Rock here in Tampa, Hard Rock in Hollywood, and all our other properties within the state of Florida. So that's my story on how I got to where I am. Make sense? You guys like it? Hope you clap. Don't be nervous. My wife over there, by the way, that's Lauren. Isn't she beautiful? She's also my executive assistant. She said you guys want to clap after that. She said it's a new thing, but that's okay. And this is Sarah Courtier, by the way. She's one of our PR executives at the casino. She focuses on special events and particular
media relations, all fun stuff.
Say a few more words.
Well, I've been with the property for 4.5 years. I originally started out as a marketing event rep, which is the bottom customer service representative there. I've worked my way up in special events, and just recently became a PR specialist. So.
Well, again. All right, so now I'm going to wake you guys up a little bit. I'm going to show you a quick little 3-minute video of exactly what Hard Rock is, and I'll get into what our business is, what percentage of our pieces of pie make up the business, and we'll take it from there. Doing good so far?
Yeah.
Doing good so far?
Yeah.
All right, we're going to wake up. I know it's Tuesday. It's been a long weekend. Sweating out the Beer Can Island fun, but so here's a little video for you guys. Go back a slide. Okay. Sorry, it's my story. Okay. Later.
The Hard Rock Cafe was the first classless restaurant in the UK.
The Beatles were over there, and there were the Stones.
And then one day, Eric Clapton came in. He gave Isaac Tigers, one of our founders, a guitar.
Hard Rock has been so supportive over the years, being that it's charity and it's for a great cause. I'm really happy that I'm collaborating with the Hard Rock.
And with the help of Hard Rock International, I hope to really continue to make a difference.
Is actually going to have an effect directly on families that have a child with cancer, and that's what this is all about tonight.
This means that we'll be able to serve 150 children over the next year.
Pretty cool, right? What do you guys think of the video?
It's good.
Good. Okay. All right, so I'm gonna give you a little history. I gotta go over here because I can't really see it, bad neck. The Seminole Tribe of Florida, because like my story, it just didn't happen overnight. There was a whole process of what we had to go through. So right here in 1979, the Seminole Classic Casino opened and had a bingo hall. That's all it was. There's no slot machines at the time. It was just literally just like a bingo hall. Go ahead. 1980, we opened up Brighton. 1981, we opened up Tampa. Now, a lot of you are going to see another Tampa slide here. You go, what? Tampa already opened in 1981, but we opened up a Hard Rock Tampa. We branded Hard Rock in that time. So go ahead. 1994, we opened up Immokalee. 2020, my baby, where we opened up, where I started my career, the Coconut Creek Casino. 2004, we opened up the Seminole Hard Rock Hotel and Casino opens. That's we branded. We did our expansion. We started calling it the Hard. I'm sorry, the expansion came after we started branding it the Hard Rock. So go ahead. 2004, also at the same time, we opened up our property over in Hollywood.
How much did it cost?
How much did what cost? That's the next slide. All right, so the Seminole Tribe of Florida. See, I know my stuff. Practice for you guys. So the Seminole Tribe of Florida purchased Hard Rock International. Does anybody know for how much? Everybody want to do a wild little guess? Come on, wake up. How much? Anybody? How much?
Over $1 million.
How much?
Over $1 million.
Over $1 million. Okay. Close. Now this is the Hard Rock brand we're speaking of, the whole brand. Well, actually, it was this time it was just east of the Mississippi. So pretty much East Coast. No one else? Any number? 2 point what? $985 million, almost $1 billion we purchased the brand for. So, okay, next slide. Okay, 2016, all Hard Rock properties become unified under Hard Rock International. So what we did right in between that point, like I said, we own everything east of the Mississippi. We struck a deal to buy everything west of the Mississippi. So now everything in the U.S. and internationally is the Hard Rock brand. So anyone that opens up anything that says the Hard Rock on it, we now play loyalties to the Seminole Tribe of Florida. 2018, Hard Rock Support Services is born. That's HRI. 2019, Seminole Hard opens their first guitar hotel shape. How's there been to the guitar hotel in Fort Lauderdale? Anybody? You? Okay. Some? Cool hotel, right? Cool. All right. 2020, we opened up our first Reverb Hotel in Atlanta, Georgia. We're actually doing player development party there September 15th. We're going to cater to some of our higher-end clients. Reverb is basically just a spin-off of a boutique hotel that we have. Okay? 2020-21, Hard Rock Digital is born, which is supposed to be for online gaming and sports betting and so forth, and to support other devices on your handheld. I know it's nice and cool in here, right? Okay, cool. All right, so after 1971, after a little, like you saw in the video, a little diner that became a Hard Rock Cafe, we just celebrating 50 years of Hard Rock. So that's pretty cool. Good. So our business is what? You're gonna have to right there. So our business is casino. Our business is entertainment. It's hotel, food and beverage. It's Hard Rock Digital. Okay, so put that in again. All right. So our business, like I said, so here's a little pie chart. So here's a little sliver. And what do you guys think that is? That's the what component? The hotel part. Next piece. That's entertainment. That's right. Next slide. Food and beverage. Next one. What do you think that is? Table games. Next one. Slots, right? Now, of all those pieces of the pie, what do you think makes up the majority of casino revenue? Slots. How much?
75%.
How much?
Like 75%.
80% is driven by slots and table games. The number is actually higher because the slide's a little older. 88% of casino gaming revenue is through a slot machine. Okay? Yeah, next one. Okay. So casino marketing, what it is that we do. So from what a casino does in a whole, right? We have our direct marketing pieces, personalized mailers with individual offers, and they're broken down into tiers, separate from what I do. Whether you're a brand new player that's first come on and you play this much money, or you're a platinum player, or you're elite, or your next card, it all depends on how much you play. I can't share too much statistics on that, but the more you play, the more you get. So for these offers and these mailers, you'll get gift cards, free play, hotel stays. I actually have some. I'll show you an example of a mailer that we send out. If you don't mind, I'll pass it around. Don't try to call in and collect on this. None of you are 21. You guys want to hand this back around. This is an example of a mailer that we'll hand out. It's also, I have other things that we do somewhere in this briefcase of darkness. We also have like these free dining cards that we'll hand out at special events. We have, play $100, get $100 on us. You can hand those out throughout the thing. They're all expired, so don't even try it. You can hand them out, look around, pass them around if you want to see exactly what it is we do. So that's just pretty much generic of how we go out there and market to our general public. What I do as a corporate vice president, my job is, again, to focus on the out-of-market business, which is no one that lives in the state of Florida, correct. So I have to focus on the Northeast, the West Coast, and so forth and so forth. So how I do that is we'll have high-end blackjack tournaments. We will have slot tournaments. We'll have unique dinners, wine pairings. We'll do spa previews, pool parties, and so forth. So that's what kind of separates. Whereas the everyday casino customer that comes, like, maybe your mom, your dad, your grandparents, or aunts or uncles, they come in, they play a little bit every day, every week. They'll get all these specific offers. We also do concerts on our property. We have suites for Amelie, Raymond James, the amphitheater. We create all these unique experiences for our guests. High-end sporting events like Super Bowl, World Wrestling Entertainment, which is WWF, as you know, Formula One racing in Miami just a couple months ago. You guys heard about this, right? So we just did this. We partnered with Formula One and Red Bull. It was a huge opportunity that we did. We flew our guests internationally and around the world. I couldn't believe what an impact this really had, or how many people want to come in for it. Tampa Bay Bucks, of course, go Lightning. We're all Tampa Bay Lightning. Right? We have, suites for them, and for the right specific players. We have, we take our jets. We have 2 jets. We have G5, a G4, and two helicopters. And if you like, I can share a couple of funny stories about that. But, we fly our 2 jets. We take about 20 guests over to the Masters in Augusta. We give them a unique experience, police escort and so forth, and they get to mingle with all the high-end people over there. So that's a really, really cool event. And so that's pretty much casino marketing in a nutshell and what we do. And so the jets, it's a funny story because everyone's like, oh, that's so cool. You scramble jets and so forth. You put these high-end people on it, right? So a funny story, well, not really funny, but like during COVID, because I don't know if you're going to have any questions about COVID, we were shut down for 2 months. And a lot of my guests from the Northeast were like, we got to get out of here. My kids, my wife, vice versa, my husband, I got to go, right? So one of my high-end guests says, hey, send the jet for me. He's a high-end client, certain level of a line of credit that he fits the criteria to send the jet for him. And the jet's in the air about an hour. He's going from Fort Lauderdale to Teterboro up in New Jersey. And he calls me, he goes, forget it. I don't want to come. Oh, crap, right? That's just another oh, crap moment. But eventually talking to him and massaging him and reminding him of what a great relationship we have, he decided to get on and came down, and it was a successful trip. Like I said, we own 2 helicopters, really cool, jet engine helicopters. And I had the privilege of flying, back and forth on it with some of our guests. But have you ever been in a helicopter? Yeah. Have you ever been in a helicopter when an eagle is coming head on to you? No? I have. So I'm sitting in a helicopter. It's me and the pilot. There's only one pilot at the time. So I'm trying to, in my mind, learn how to fly a helicopter, of course. It doesn't happen that way. My guests are in the back. I see this eagle, a giant bird. I'm like, I look at him, and all of a sudden, you just fly this way. And my guests, they're screaming in the back. And this, that, and the other thing. I'm like, what the hell's going on? And this, being a pilot, completely calm, cool and collected, just like, I am like back sweat, freaking out, like on my desk, are you okay? You know, and then it's like, all right, I'm like, when's that ever happen? He goes, maybe once or twice a year. What are the odds, right? Right? And then, you know, same trip, oddly enough, and this is why I went and played the lotto after that, but I didn't win. Anyway, I see another bird coming flying straight down, like just in a full dive. And all of a sudden he just goes down and like up and around again, and we all are screaming again. I'm just like, what the hell is going on? Like, so what would happen if well, never mind, what would happen if the bird coming straight at us? He goes, he would just come straight through. You know, it's only plexiglass in the front. You would get a little turbulence. Like, no big deal. I go, what about this bird that's flying down? He goes, it would just get caught in the propellers. You'd be fine. But just a little turbulence. You know, so yeah, as great and as glorified as my job sounds, it's not all fine wine and steak dinners. There's been a few death-defying experiences, but we live. So in a nutshell, that's what I do. That's what casino marketing is. And next slide, if you guys have any questions, I am grateful and humbled to be here, and I hope I gave you a good speech on what it is I do. I also work with really cool sunglasses, so be nice on the questions.
So you guys have questions? We've got about 15 minutes. Anybody has questions? Yeah, go back.
Sure.
Like the video you showed us and the flyer festival, do you all do that in-house marketing or do you outsource it?
No, it's an outsource.
Yeah, we use Redline Media Group. I don't know if you guys have heard of them, but they do all of our mailers, internal tickets, or anything that we sell kind of to the community. They definitely put it out. Email blasts, all that.
Yes.
The slots, like, are there just more customers like on that, or are they just like spending more money per customer?
Well, we have about 5,000 slot machines in our casino. And, you know, there's people, it's whatever you specifically like to play, right? Some people are strictly table games. Some people are strictly slots. They just like the video poker, the playing the actual video game. They just enjoy it more. So it all depends on what's the player. But we have about 5,000 slot machines. Like I said, you know, over 88% of casino revenue is through a slot machine. By the way, Tampa is the #1 revenue generating casino in the country, #5 in the world. Ooh. Well, that's new. After all these, that's the fine story, guys. Whatever. Yes.
Yeah, so you said how like Seminole Tribe with the Hard Rock brand. Does that include also the international?
Yes. Yes. HRI, Hard Rock International. Yes. Yes. Pardon?
Number one.
I'm not sure. I think they're in Macau. Not exactly. I could be wrong. I don't quote me on that. We're #1 in this country. I don't know who's #1 in the world. I'm not sure. I'm sure you can Google it though if they share it. You know. Yes.
What was the thought process? Well, you said it was partly due to COVID, but what was the thought process behind the creation of the digital aspect of it?
The digital? Digital came into development when we started not in Hollywood or Tampa here, but in Atlantic City, for instance, and our other properties, you can game on your phone. That's Hard Rock Digital. And also how this was going to be was also for our sports betting. As long as you were in the state of Florida, you were able to place a bet. So I got a great story about this one. So the sports book opened, the day it opened, one of my high-end guests, he's out of Georgia, he flew in Tallahassee on his own jet, places a very significant high bet for the college team to win that day, takes off land. I get a call from the vice president of sports betting, the digital sports betting, says, Brian, I said, because listen, I know this guy came in, but before I make this announcement, I wanted to call you because of the significant amount of bet we're shutting it down. We're not going to take his bet. So if you want to give the customer a call, I said, no, you can give the customer a call. I'll give you his phone number because you're going to be able to explain this much better than I can. So yes.
What's like the craziest spending story?
Craziest what story?
Spending like a customer.
Crazy. How much people lost? I've seen people lose $1 million. I've seen people lose up to $10 million. Yeah.
In like one
trip. One trip. Again, we have people from all over the world. Yes.
How did you shift your out-of-state like marketing strategy during the pandemic?
How did we shift it? Well, the most part, we were open. So we really didn't have to shift too much. Like I said, we were only closed for about 2 months. So like other properties that are up, the Northeast, and Las Vegas, and Atlantic City, that were closed for much longer than we were. In the state of Florida, it was like I said, we were only closed for 2 months, if that, and it was really good what the Seminole Tribe did, not to get off topic, but we really took care of our team members. Unfortunately, we had to lay some team members off at the time out in front of the house, but we gave away Publix gift cards constantly, at least like once a month. I think they gave away over $500,000 or something like that in gift cards, and to Publix gift cards to our staff to make sure there was food in the family. And then when we reopened, we, of course, invited everybody back. So we have about 300 to 400 frontline jobs open right now. So if any of you are looking for some work, come on down. That's my email address right there. You can email me a question or whatever it is you want to do. I'll be more than happy to get you guys in. I mean, it's frontline, entry level, but I was busting tables when I first got here too. So, yes.
During the pandemic, were you affected by the borders closing with international clients?
Yes, with Canada the most. Some of my higher end clients do come from Canada. Unfortunately, they were shut down a lot longer than us. But for mostly internal in the U.S., it was pretty easy. If they want
clients who couldn't come to the U.S. anymore.
Right, they weren't allowed to come. That only got lifted just a couple months ago, actually. Are you from Canada?
I'm from France.
From France, okay, yeah. So when did it get lifted exactly? I don't remember.
Oh, I mean, just a couple months ago.
About a couple months ago, yeah. So that was a lot. Yes.
Did you have any education that helped you with this, or was it all?
Oh, I left that part out. I barely graduated high school and I never went to college.
Do you see online gambling like playing any or in-house play feature?
It all depends. It's like online poker playing, right? You have your guests that love to play online poker all day and all night long. And you have your people that like to come in and actually be part of the entertainment, the lights, the energy of the show. So I guess it's all preference. I don't really see the preference much of myself. Yes.
You never went to college. You went broke at that moment.
Yeah.
You struggled for a while. So what's
You were listening. Thank God. I'm excited.
What's your mindset in life?
What's my mindset in life? Never let that shit happen again. Part of my language, but I'm real. Like I said, I wasn't handed this job by any means whatsoever. But I will say, I go into work every single day with a little piece in my back of my mind of remembering where I came from. And that's why when I started, I thought it was important that I share my little 10, 15-minute backstory with you guys, because I think it's important. Like I said, maybe you can relate to the stories that maybe 10 years from now, when you're going through some point in your career or whatever, maybe like, that guy came, he said, yeah, he went broke and he had to start from the big bottom again and he built himself up. So yeah, my mindset is, and again, I left a lot of stuff out because, when you're up here live and you're going through it, it's fine. But like I said, you can email me anytime or if you want to talk some more interview and I'll fill in the blanks for you. But that's my mindset. Work hard every single day. It's very hard to have work-life balance sometimes, especially in today's market. My phone rings 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. I do not really have a set schedule. I constantly travel back and forth to all the other properties. I travel out of market and do events at out of state and so forth. But yeah, my mindset is just never let that happen again, pretty much. Yes.
So you have a very specific position. How does your daily work?
What's my day-to-day? Right. So you said that was going to come up.
I predicted all these questions.
Yeah. So what my day-to-day is basically is this. Like I said, my goal is to focus on new and inactive business out of market. So no day is the same. I can plan as much as I want to. If you want to make God laugh, make a plan and see how it works out for you guys. So I'll try to wake up in the morning. I'll check my emails, do my emails. I'll send my text messages, my phone calls, reaching out to my guests. I have clients that I worked on for 2, 3, 4 years. You gotta remember, these clients can go anywhere in the world. Why the hell do they want to come see me? Relationships, consistency. Persistence and perseverance is the only way you can come to successful. I don't care how smart you are, what you think you know. If you're not persistent, you don't have perseverance, you will never succeed in anything you do. And I'm telling you right now, persistence and perseverance is the only thing that comes with it. So my day-to-day is, right to the beginning, just work hard, outwork everybody, and bring in that business. That's pretty much what I have to do. Yes.
All right, so of course you have your Atlantic City, your Las Vegas, but do you think Florida will become the next gambling hotspot?
I'm not sure. That's not to me. I can't really speak to that too much. As far as getting roulette and craps and sports betting. I will say all the tables were on the floor, right, Sarah? We were all ready to go when the sports book was built, and we went to work the next day, and there was nothing there. And that's how fast the casino happens, right? It's in and out. So yeah. Next question. Yes.
What do you things next for you, as in like your steps for either in marketing or for the casino brand itself, or just for like your like what you're doing for your career?
For me personally, I absolutely love what I do. And when you find it, not to sound cliche, but when you love what you do, you stop. You don't really have to work. I love when my phone rings. It could be anyone on the other line. It could be a new experience, a new event, a new memory I got to create, a new moment I got to create. And I really enjoy doing that right now. I am a front of the house person. I am certainly not a back of the house guy. We have our senior VPs and our data analysis that, run teams and pull data and stuff like that. Like that's kind of like where our position goes eventually. I have zero interest in doing that whatsoever. I rather stay out on the floor. I rather be face to face with my clients. Eventually, maybe I'll run a small team, or eventually maybe I'll just do some maybe junket repping or something like that. Junket repping basically just means you have a small group of clients and you send them to specific properties and do contracts and get some money from them. That's a whole other conversation. Yes.
Are you planning on opening any internships this spring?
Yes, we do have internship programs. Sarah could probably talk to that a little bit better.
We have two. We do one from actually USF and FSU. It's the database analysis internship, and then we have some hospitality internships. So you would just have to reach out to our HR department, and they would give you like the specific times and dates. But we definitely have some out there.
Where are my mailers? I need those back. Send those back forward. I know you guys go out them. Hand them forward. You can keep those expired cards. I need those mailers. I got to send them out. Yes.
So what helps you determine where into locations expansion is successful? Like what helps you determine what location you can expand to, like whether it's successful?
As far as, I'm sorry.
Getting players.
Yeah, getting players. Well, I network with a bunch of other, casinos and a couple other people. I'll have a guest that may say they're looking to go to Atlantic City. I'll say, hey, I have a guy looking to come to your property. I know you guys have a big tournament coming up. He's never been there. You'd like to go. I have a tournament coming up next month. You want to send maybe a new guy my way, and that's how we kind of expand my business personally. It's a lot of, like I said in the beginning, it's very small little network of producers, and there's big clients, and you have your clients that are tournament chasers. They've been to every tournament, they've been to every property, and so forth. But I think that's how I pretty much expand my business. And like I said, again, persistence and perseverance. Calling a list of customers I've been calling for God only knows how long. And I have a list, a spreadsheet, old school Excel, right, for Salesforce. And like some are yellow, means like, okay, I spoke to them. Some are red, they told me to die. Some are green. All right, I've already booked them. That's good. Or some are white. I still haven't contacted them. And once a month, I pull up this list and I say, all right, it's starting to get a little greener, a little redder, so forth and so on. But again, persistence and perseverance comes out all the time. Love it. More questions? Yes, you first.
So what was, I guess, the training like to be able to fulfill your position?
Training like for me?
Yeah, like what is that like?
There's a casino floor, get to work. No, pretty much. So what I had to do when I first started as a floor host, basically my job was I had to walk up to customers and they'd be playing a slot machine. You say, excuse me, hi, I'm Brian Phillips. I'm a casino host here. I noticed you're playing. I wanted to give you my business card. We're having a private dinner next week, and I see your level of play. We'd like to invite you on down. Would you like to come? And like that's how we would approach players, and that was pretty much my training. And then you just build it from there, and then you learn how to approach a table player and so forth and so on. But it's basically hands-on training. There's absolutely no manual that can tell you how to